Somewhere right now, the economy is growing. GDP is rising. Companies are reporting record profits. Stock markets are hitting new highs. And yet, you check your bank account and feel like you're falling behind. That disconnect isn't in your head, it's built into the system. Because a growing economy doesn't automatically mean growing wealth for you. In fact, sometimes it means the opposite. Let's start with the story we're told. When the economy grows, everyone benefits. More jobs, higher wages, better living standards. That's the promise. And on paper, it looks true. But the way growth actually works is a lot more selective. Imagine the economy as a giant machine. Every year, it produces more value than the year before. More goods, more services, more money moving around. The question is simple. Where does that extra value go? Not equally. A large portion flows to asset owners, people who own stocks, real estate, businesses. If you own shares in a company and that company grows, your wealth increases, even if you don't do anything. If you own property and prices rise, your net worth grows while you sleep. But if you rely mostly on a salary, your income depends on something much slower, wages. And wages don't grow the same way. Over time, productivity increases. Workers produce more value per hour. Technology improves efficiency. Companies scale faster than ever before. But wages, they move carefully, sometimes reluctantly. Because for businesses, wages are cost, and costs are something to control. So while the economy accelerates, wages often lag behind. Now layer in inflation. Prices don't wait. Rent goes up. Food gets more expensive. Transportation costs rise. Education becomes harder to afford. Even if your salary increases slightly, it often doesn't keep pace with how fast your expenses are rising. So in real terms, you're not gaining, you're treading water, or slowly sinking. And here's where it gets more uncomfortable. The same forces driving economic growth can actually make this gap worse. Take asset inflation. When interest rates are low, borrowing becomes cheap. Investors pour money into stocks, real estate, and other assets. Prices rise. Great news if you already own them. But if you don't, now the entry point moves further away. Buying a house becomes harder. Investing feels out of reach. The ladder is still there, but it's getting taller. And you're standing at the bottom, watching it extend upward. There's also a shift in how value is created. Modern economies reward scale. A single company can now serve millions or billions of people globally. That means a small group of people at the top can capture an enormous share of the total value. Meanwhile, the number of people needed to run that system doesn't grow at the same pace. So you end up with a strange imbalance. More value is being created than ever before, but it's concentrated tightly. Then comes the illusion of progress. You see headlines about growth, new billion-dollar companies, expanding industries, and it feels like things are moving forward. But your daily reality tells a different story. Your paycheck feels stretched. Savings feel slower. Big milestones, buying a home, building wealth, achieving stability, feel delayed. This creates a kind of quiet confusion. If everything is growing, why doesn't it feel like it? Because growth is not the same as distribution. The economy can expand while most people feel stuck. It's not a contradiction, it's a feature. And once you see it, the pattern shows up everywhere. Higher education costs rising faster than wages. Healthcare becoming more expensive even as systems improve. Cities becoming more prosperous while living in them becomes less affordable. Growth on the surface, pressure underneath. And here's the part no one really says out loud. The system isn't designed to make everyone feel richer at the same time. It's designed to keep expanding. Efficiency over equality, scale over balance. As long as the machine keeps producing more, it's considered successful, even if that growth doesn't translate evenly across society. So you can live in a strong economy and still feel financially weak, not because you're doing something wrong, but because you're positioned in a part of the system where gains arrive last, if they arrive at all. Which raises a harder question. If the economy keeps growing, but more people keep feeling broke, at what point do we stop calling that growth success?